Hey everybody, welcome to Trading Capital's exclusive analysis. In today's video, we're assessing Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now, just jumping right into it, not looking too pretty. It's actually looking like this is going to go lower in the near term. And one of the things that I'm looking at is the fact that Bitcoin lost this impulse green candle bar, had all inside bar consolidation, made a run up to try to break out, and got absolutely flatline rejected off of this key resistance. So to me, this is a bit of a double top failed breakout in the near term, which means that we're probably going to go lower. And it's never a good sign when you lose an impulse breakout candle and get a couple daily closes below it. We're now trading below the 50 daily moving average here in purple. That is another thing that you need to be cautious with when trading this asset on the long side. So with a double top failed potential breakout, a lot of people are saying, you know what, there's an inverse head and shoulders forming. Well, the thing about this pattern is it hasn't triggered, so you don't want to entertain it until it triggers. And a trigger would be getting a daily close back above the neckline. So at this point in time, do not focus on the bullish pattern that is on play. We're losing some pretty key technical levels here in Bitcoin, and it does look like we're probably going to be heading lower. There's one cool channel that I want to show you. Simply taking it from these low pivots, drawing it through that low pivot there, moving your channel through this high pivot, through this high pivot, through this high pivot. This is your breakout zone, back test, a whole bunch of consolidation. And now look, you're back inside of this channel. This was your mean channel that we traded in really since you put in the October lows. So again, that's kind of also a big area for the stock market. If you look where we were in October of 2023, this is a big channel that we traded in for quite a long time. It is a bullish upsloping channel, but in the short term, there's a strong chance price could want to retest the lower boundary range. And why do I say that? Because we got rejected. Price tried breaking out and was just not ready to make that final definitive bull measured move. If you take it one step further and you use this key channel from pivot high to pivot high to pivot high to pivot high, pivot low to pivot low, take a look at the confluence zone. You have a confluence zone here, somewhere here in late June, where these two channels kind of intersect. So it's a big confluence zone where I do think that price and at least Bitcoin could retest. Now, if you don't believe the intraday analysis, let's take a look at the daily chart analysis. Let's take a look at the short-term hourly chart pattern. There is a clear hourly chart head and shoulders. This is their neckline, drawn like this, and price retested this area once, twice, three times, four times, and got rejected. Simply speaking, the downside measured move of this head and shoulders pattern on the hourly chart should take us a little bit lower. You're looking at a minimum downside target of potentially about 62.4 in the near term. Now, again, if we line up the daily chart, what type of support do we have at that level? Realistically speaking, the only support that I see at that area or that zone is by drawing a key trend channel from this little pivot bar to these pivots to here. So there's a strong chance that we're actually probably going to flush into the 62. And then the big question is, what type of pattern do we get off of this next support level? Do we form a bear flag? Do we just get a V-shaped bounce? But nevertheless, it does look like there's at least a little bit of downside target on Bitcoin in the near term, and then potentially even a little bit more to this lower boundary channel zone that I have been watching for now the last few weeks. So keep your eye on crypto because they do give you a good sense of where investors and traders are placing risk sentiment in the market.